So DaVinci Resolve seems to always be pushing out brand new features that actually helps the users, and it continually makes DaVinci Resolve better and better, and I would say makes it the best all-around video editor out there today. And at the time of this video, there was a release that pushed out some really powerful features that some people might have missed. And that release was DaVinci Resolve 18.6, specifically for DaVinci Resolve Studio users. So this is the paid version of DaVinci Resolve, which is what I have. And as usual, there are a ton of features and bug fixes, but the one thing that people might have missed is under this section right here. Now you get up to 2 times faster neural engine performance with NVIDIA TensorRT, so NVIDIA GPUs, and up to 4 times faster performance for modern AMD GPUs. And that is really awesome news because I do have an AMD GPU. I am currently running the AMD RX 6700 XT. And at the time of this video, I have not yet updated my version of DaVinci Resolve. So if I go here, look at my about, I'm currently running 18.5, and there is a new version. There is 18.6.3. Now, before I do this update, I want to show you some performance differences. So I'm going to show you some features that I use in DaVinci Resolve Studio. And once again, this is only for paid users, but I want to see whether or not this claim of improved GPU performance does really make a difference. Okay, and so the features I'm going to test are for ones that I actually use. Now, there are many features within DaVinci Resolve that will actually benefit from this GPU performance update, but I'm just going to focus on the ones that I personally use. And so as I stated a little bit earlier, I am going to be doing this in Studio version 18.5 first. And once I do the update to the most recent version, I'll do the same test again. And I have a stopwatch right here to time things. So let's go ahead and start off with the first feature. And it's one that I think a lot of people will be happy to have because this is a feature that some people actually pay for to get it done. And that feature is audio transcription. So if you choose your clip, you right click on the mouse, you see a feature called audio transcription. And here you could transcribe it. This is really, really awesome. It uses DaVinci Resolve's AI neural engine tools to do this automatically in the tool. So let's go ahead and click on transcribe. I'll start my stopwatch. Let's see how long this takes. Okay, so that took about 6 seconds, and here it says about 7 seconds. So really fast, at least for my computer. And check this out. Your audio is completely transcribed in text. And I'll tell you, this is a feature that is well worth getting the studio version alone, because if you have to pay for this, this can cost a lot of money. And although it's not perfect, from what I've seen so far, it's really close to being perfect when it comes to transcribing audio. So that is the first one. And like I said, it took about 7 seconds to complete. And so this next feature is even more valuable, as it could quite literally save you hundreds or thousands of hours. And if this is a feature that you actually have to pay somebody or a company to do, it could save you thousands and thousands of dollars and maybe millions of dollars if you are a much larger business. And that feature is automatic subtitles from your audio. So it's basically audio transcription to the next level. So if you go up here to your timeline, you see a feature called create subtitles from audio. Now, depending upon how complex your project is, this could take much, much longer. So let's go ahead and test this out. And I'm going to go ahead and leave all the settings by default. Let's create, and we'll start the stopwatch. Okay, so the auto subtitles are done. It took about 1 minute, 24 seconds. And if you could see here, there is another track up here. These are all my subtitles done automatically. And let me go ahead and show you this. Go ahead and minimize this, and if you look up here, here's all the subtitles. A really amazing feature in the studio version. And just these two features alone, at least for me, it's well worth paying the money for the studio version. So as you can see there, that is how long it took to actually do the audio transcription and audio subtitles. So now I'm going to go ahead and download the most recent version. So we'll check for updates. I'm going to download it. So at the time of this video, it's 18.6.3. And then once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and install it. And we'll go ahead and run this same test again and see whether or not it really does improve the GPU performance. All right, so now Davinci Resolve has been updated to 18.6.3. We'll go ahead and continue and start this off. Okay, so Davinci Resolve is back up, and as you can see here, it is 18.6.3. Now, the one thing that I do want to mention is whenever you run any of these new features that utilize the neural engine or some of these AI features, the first time that you run it using Davinci Resolve, there is an initialization phase, and so that could take longer. But once you've done that, it won't have to initialize again, at least from what I've seen for the features that I use. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and start off with the audio transcription. And so if you remember, the original test took about 7 seconds. And let's see if it's any better here. I'm going to right click, go to audio transcription, transcribe. We'll start the stopwatch. And let's see how long this takes. Okay, so that took about, wow, well, it actually finished in 4 seconds. It just took me 2 seconds to reach my mouse. And so definitely an improvement there. And that's a good thing. Now, whether or not it's 4 times faster, well, it's faster. Let's just say that. And let's go ahead and move on to the next test, which is going to take more time than this. And so for something like this, I don't really see much of a difference, specifically for this clip that I did the audio transcription on. So here's the second test where we're going to do subtitles. And on the original test, it took about 1 minute and 24 seconds. So here is going to be the big test because this did take longer to do versus the audio transcription. And so we'll see whether or not this is truly a big performance difference. So I'm going to go here to timeline, and we'll go ahead and create subtitles from audio, and we'll create, and let's start the stopwatch, and let's see whether or not we have GPU magic. Okay, so it's done. Well, unfortunately, there wasn't really a performance difference, and actually it took about 4 seconds longer. And so in this case with these tests, I didn't see a significant difference, at least for the first one. It's about a few seconds, but this is where I was hoping to see much better performance. And as I stated earlier, there are many different features in Davinci Resolve that does utilize this neural engine AI with Davinci Resolve Studio. But at least for these features that I tested, not a big difference. And I was really hoping it would be better. Even if it's not up to the 4 times potential performance difference, I was hoping for some performance difference. But all in all, you know, there's still a lot of other features that came with 18.6, and hopefully I'll see better performance gains with other features. So if you actually had any thoughts on this or any other features that you want to see in Davinci Resolve, be sure to leave in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my Davinci Resolve tutorials, tips, and tricks, I do have an entire playlist. I'll leave that in the description area below. For serious YouTubers, check out TubeBuddy, the premier tool news at geekoutdoors.com. Get more done today by checking out the affiliate link in the description area below.